Good evening everybody, my name is Osa and tonight we are playing FS19 on Ungetsheim. And I thought I changed that, maybe I didn't. Nope, I don't need to report me, I need to edit the title. No, that does say it, okay. Let's refresh the stream. Hopefully the title should change. There we go, title's changed. Good. Yeah. So, quick update from last time. I've changed from using the Bavarian geo to using the Austrian geo. So what that gives us is the ability to plant canola at the beginning of the year, not just here. There's no way you could plant canola here and get it harvested in time. So we now have another period where we can plant canola. Also, all of the temperatures of the crops has gone up. That used to be 1 degree for Bavaria. It's 5 degrees, 6 degrees here. So we're not going to be planting as I expected to. And the other thing I've done is I've bought field 38, which needs to be limed. So we'll go and get that prepared. Now we've got this tiny little spreader, so it's probably going to take us a little while to get the... I went the wrong way. Nobody coming. Let's run out, run back in the next yard. Whoa, somebody's coming. I think the line might be in here. Yes. Alrighty. Road to 39 is just opposite the store. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, this is a little bit too heavy for this tractor. Yeah, this isn't going to work well. And unfortunately, I can't put a weight on the front of this tractor. This is going to be challenging. This is going to be a little bit of a struggle. Well, 41 and 40 are arable fields. Oh well. Hold on. That's not 40, am I right? That's 38. Okay. Wasn't paying attention. Righty. This has a good working width, lousy volume. And then my other problem is it's too heavy for the tractor. So I'm kind of glad I didn't go for something heavier or bigger. because that would have been deadly. Unfortunately, the one that comes with wheels doesn't allow me to lime. I'm not sure how long it will be before I have to lime 39. We just ploughed that. Wow. Doing with oh, I've blown it in a big way. Okay. And we're out. Okay, fill it up with lime again, and off we go. Very, very carefully. There we go. This will get us to the top of the field. And maybe back down again. Who knows? And that's more than half. This will be all the work we can do on our farm for now. And there we go. Let's add a line again. Oh. $79. That is cheaper than a regular bag. Should have went up. Okay. How are we looking now? That's better. This should use up most of the content. We'll do a quick check around the edges, see if we miss much out here. Okay. We sprayed the next field over, which we shouldn't have done, because it's not ours. A little patch at the bottom, and a little strip along the bottom. I'll try and use it all up. My farm is still starting out. We're still first day of spring, and it's a 9-day season, so it's early days. I think we don't have a harvester, but I think we have everything else we need, which is probably a good thing. And I will probably play World of Warships later this week. There's a new set of directives going, and I'll just empty it. I want to get those completed. I completed the first week's missions. Did that yesterday. Okay, we did that. Let's see if there's any contracts we can do. Contracts. Wow, lots. There's ploughing. There's lots of ploughing. Oh, we need to do some cultivating. Maybe I'll strap the cultivator on the back and get to doing that. So yeah, as far as direct is concerned, I don't care what tier I'm playing, because it's just a straight, yeah, do these. In fact, sometimes doing them at tier 5 is easier than doing them at other tiers. Need to figure out what long hauler's doing as well, because I noticed he was playing the other day. Okay. That off, grab the cultivator. We'll do our field first, then we'll look for some locals. But this is not particularly what perspectives all off there. Let's switch view the other way. Back up. Yes, it's been in alpha for about 5 years, I think, which is why I never actually bothered with it. I played, what was it, Elite Dangerous for a time. Although it's the sort of game you kind of need to keep up with. This way. So we ploughed our first field, we've got to cultivate the second one. So how do you like Star Citizen? Well, at least Dangerous is kind of like that, because you have to travel. Now they had promised a lot of other modules to it, so there would be what was it? Things like a storyline mission, I believe, among other things. Am I making fields here? A lot of sandbox games can be fun, I must admit, but eventually you can get to the point where, well, what else is there to keep me occupied? But then, you know, with things like MMORPGs, once you get to maximum level and you've done all the solo high-tier dungeons, it's like, well, I either have to find a group of friends to play with, and sometimes I need a group of 18 friends or 24 friends to play with, or I've kind of run out of things to do. And then as they bring out the expansions, you realise, well, the monsters I'm killing are the same as the monsters I've always been killing, and they're just a different colour and a different shape. But I'm doing the same thing over and over again in order to get the next 10 levels of stuff. That's something some people have been saying recently, is there's a lot of slipping. He's having grip problems, traction problems. Yeah, Elite Dangerous didn't have levels either. Good grief. It's basically buying a ship, making money, buying a ship that you can afford. And it's all down to your skill as a pilot, not your character's skill. Which can disadvantage some people who can't, if you are unskilled in flying computer games, then that can be a problem because you're never going to get anywhere in a game like that. But then the only thing that's stopping you getting the next bigger ship is earning the money to do it. Yes. I will check once we're done with this row, but I'm pretty sure I can pull this plough. Or this... I mean, I pulled the plough behind it, and that's a lot heavier than this cultivator. The reason I didn't go for the bigger cultivator is because it folds... It doesn't have very good fold. So, where is it? Garage. So, the tractor is 96 horsepower. This is a 40 horsepower 3 meter cultivator. So, yeah, we have a problem here. But it's something I'm not sure whether Daggerwin was having problems. I think it was DJ Goham and Clutch were both having problems with traction in the last week, and I think that may be something to do with the 1.5 patch. Maybe something else has been added that it's not just the horsepower, because this is the horsepower of the tractor. Now this tractor has the horsepower to haul this, but that's wheel slippage, that's not us having problems. Tractor, you can do this. Maybe I should bite the bullet and go and get the bigger tractor. I honestly don't know. That's the problem. But it seems to have become a thing where I don't know if it's seasons, whether it's the tractors, because the guys I mentioned are using mod tractors, and in some cases two-wheel drive. This is a two-wheel drive tractor with the tiny front wheels, so I've got no traction from the front. But it's cheap, it's only about 40,000 euros. Yeah, the problem I found with there's a 5-meter version of this plough as well, and the problem with that is it's the 3-meter with two 1-meter extensions that fold up, and the 1-meter extensions don't fold up very well, so they stick out. And on narrow streets like this map, that's not going to work. I mean, even a 3-meter plough is a little bit wider than the tractor. But I mean, last week we hauled a plough around that field. And I think the plough has a power requirement of about 80 horsepower. So we only had 15 to spare. I don't... I could go over the workshop and see if there's wheel weights we could add to this. Might do this when we get to the top end of here, because this is painful. Okay. Fortunately, it's not far to the shop. I think the problem is it's this top end of the field is sloped, bottom end not so much. I could do what I did on the multiplayer we did on Ravenport, which was to run up to the top of the field and drag the thing down. And I was using a tractor which was about 20 horsepower underrated for the equipment I was running. But Better than nothing. Okay, where is the workshop? What's that over there? That's the buying place. Okay, that's what we have. Oh, seriously? No, that is... okay, that's 4 horsepower. Configuration standard. Okay, let's put wide tyres and a weight on that. It's not going to cost me any extra. Oops, cut him up again. Yeah, looking at it from this far away, the beginning of the field is fairly flat, and then it starts to climb. So, let's see if wide tyres and a weight helps. It seems to be working better for now. I'm going to push it all the way to the top, see if we have any problems on this. This is... Well, I'm going to say it looks like that worked. So when pulling a cultivator behind your tractor, go with wide tyres and a weight. Because the weight, if it's implemented, is now putting more downforce on the rear tyres, which should help with the traction. Then the wider tyres have more surface area on the ground, which should again help with the traction. It's not the horsepower. So, yay. Oh, missed a bit. So, I think crops for this first year. I was going to do wheat on the ploughed field. So I may do canola on this one. I should probably check to see what was planted on here first time out. There's a little bit there I missed as well. This tractor does have quite a nice turn radius. Guess because you don't have to worry about all the drivetrain to the front wheels. which one you were going for, the Des Moines or the Worcester? I got my first Italian cruiser today as well. Des Moines, oh. It's better than the Salem. Wow. The Salem has a heel, the Des Moines has a way better radar. They both have horrible turn rates on their gun turrets. Yeah, but the Buffalo's only tier 9 and also has a bad reload rate, so you don't notice the turn rate so much because, yeah, okay, so it takes 20 seconds to turn the gun turrets around, but it takes half that time to reload the guns, so it's not often you're waiting on the reload and the guns. But with the Des Moines, you've got about a 4-second reload on the guns, and then it takes 20 seconds to turn the guns around. It's kind of like a Japanese destroyer. Or the way the Japanese destroyers used to be. Yeah. Turret rotation rate of a battleship. Ugh. It's a little too close to that fence. Oh, where are we off to? Let's try and keep a straight line. I was saying last week, or last time I played this farm, I saw something like this in Ohio when we were there over the summer. So I don't know what the deal with that was, because this is not a regular farm tractor for the United States. This is working much better. So, I have a suspicion then that patch 1.5 may have implemented some functional differences between narrows, regular and wide tyres, and potentially weights. Unfortunately we did wide and weights. Okay, you take care. will quite possibly be here for a short while. Hey Jeremy, how you doing? What's going on in the big wide world? Welcome to the stream.